for canines, Snob Hound's real environmental protection wear, and Casey Tool, an automotive specialty tool company available through your Snap-on mobile tool distributor. And a very special thank you to Casey for making this show and all of our shows possible. You ready for the quote of the week?
Of course.
Karen just saw.
We got it. We got it this time.
It doesn't.
Karen will know.
She's looking at my
Yeah,
sheet.
that's all right. Let her cheat.
It doesn't matter where you are coming from. All that matters is where you are going.
It's
Christopher Columbus.
Oh, you dog.
That's good. And he asked directions along the way and got lost. He actually wasn't headed there.
No, he wasn't.
I want to go to China.
He
made
was
that
headed
left
from
turn at
Palm
Newfoundland.
Beach. He was headed from Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Where did he end up?
Way south. All right.
Brian Tracy.
Oh.
And we all know who Brian Tracy
Yeah.
is.
It's the man that was in town with
And I find that you have to constantly recommit to your fitness, health, and appearance goals and set new boundaries for yourself daily. You need to develop a new food attitude and develop a walking regimen for your cardio, a daily cardio, and you have to get tough with yourself and really mean business, especially if your life depends on it. And if it doesn't right now, rest assured it soon will if you stay overweight the way you are now. Remember, where you're going isn't all that matters, Jeff.
That's right.
It's how you're going to get there that matters most, by asking directions.
Oh, jeez.
Good segue.
Talk about a setup and a segue.
By the way, I want to also share with you that I use the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I follow the low-carb diet rules, and 20% of the time I have fun, except when I follow the 90-10 rule, which is when I really want to lose weight, and I always follow the daily cardio rule of 100%. Got that? I could see you digesting
Yeah. Oh,
this.
yes. I got it.
So keep tuning into our weekly radio show and read my weekly blog on elgin.bocajump.com, please. Some of my motivational methods are guaranteed to rub off on you and will help you lose weight faster, easier than you ever dreamed possible. Okay?
All right.
And now it's time. Well, you know what? I've had people send me, what do you call it, fan mail?
Yeah.
And they read my blog and I don't even know them, and they listen to my radio show, and I love your motivation, and so I figure we got to pour on a little bit more of the motivation after the daily quotes, because that's what some are listening
Have you
for.
been in a public place around the Elgin area and someone comes up to you and just says, "Are you Lord Dion-Jones? I recognize your voice."
I recognize your picture too, I've heard.
Well, when they recognize your voice,
That's
then
what you
you
want
know
to radio.
you've made it over the top. I recognize your voice from the 3 o'clock show on Wednesdays. Really? And then you're just like you're looking at me right now. Oh my, yeah, that's it.
Call
That
the
is
Swizzle
where you
in
want
again
to
right
be.
now. Order another burger.
That day's coming for you soon.
Yeah.
It is.
Mike, I'm surprised at the listenership that we do have. I really am. The letters that I get, the emails that are far-flung, and I mean, just the diverse demographic, it's astonishing to me. In fact, you know, did I tell you what happened when we had Tony Longo on?
You emailed me about
We blew
that.
out, if you
His
remember,
website.
we had Tony Longo on, the
Yeah.
famed character actor from Hollywood.
Yeah.
That afternoon, we blew out his website. Over 1,000 hits, like a minute.
Right.
And he said, it's all from your show. And I was like, you're kidding me.
And he lost 5 pounds.
Yeah, we did.
All from your show too.
Yes.
What a great guest.
We're going to have him on once a month. We're going to check
Good.
him at the beginning of every month.
We'd like to appear in his next movie, wouldn't we?
We would.
We
yeah.
want to. I want to
would.
go out
Please,
there
please.
and run the beach with him and Matthew McConaughey in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shirtless.
Shirtless,
Okay.
yeah. Now, all 3 of you, or just 2?
Just those two are going to
All
be
right.
shirtless.
All
Say
right.
that on
Not
the
me.
radio.
I can't. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Let's give a warm LDJ welcome to our very special in-studio guest today, my good friend Karen Vincent Jones.
Hello, Laura.
Otherwise known as Couponless Karen, and she is without a doubt the savviest shopper I know. And let me give you a little bit of background on Karen. She's semi-retired from a communications career. She's a full-time mother and wife. Wife and mother of 2 grade schoolboys living, and she lives in downtown Chicago. Actually, she's my neighbor. And Karen says saving money is a lot like being on a diet, but a budget diet. I wonder if there's carbs in a budget diet too. Are there carbs in a budget diet?
There's definitely carbs in a budget diet.
Good. And with the way the economy is right now, it's more important than ever to know how to get the most for your dollar, Karen says. So let's welcome Karen and her 2 wonderful sons, Douglas and Fletcher, and we want to thank you kids for coming into the studio.
Thank you for inviting us. We're very excited to be here.
Let me ask you
Big
this.
fans.
Thank you. What do you think of those TV programs where they claim some people can get $400 worth of groceries with for $6 with coupons.
I'm so glad you asked me that, because when I start telling people how I save money in the city, they'll say, but I don't like to cut coupons. And I cut coupons and then I lose coupons and they expire coupons. So people kind of get glazed over. And a couple of things about coupon shopping. Number one, a lot of times people will buy the wrong items. Most of the coupons are for items that are high in fat, are processed foods, are items we don't need. Now, with that said, I'm not putting down coupons, but I just know that that's not the way people are going to, it's like going on a diet. It's not the main way people are going to save money. There's a lot easier ways to save money than to cut coupons. And also, to be honest, not a lot of people are getting Sunday papers or Wednesday papers. Wednesday papers have the grocery store coupons because most sales start on Thursday and end the following Wednesday. People aren't getting the newspapers anymore, so they're not cutting the coupons. Do I cut coupons? I will cut coupons time and then, but I use them for hair products. I use them for deodorant. I use them for soaps and detergents, but not so much food. There's a lot easier way to save money on food, and that's what I was going to share with you today.
So tell us, how can we save money without coupons?
All right, for our major chains here in Chicago, and I do live in downtown Chicago, we have two major store chains. They are Dominic's and Jewel.
Yeah, of course.
And
of course.
I equally share my time every week in both of them.
Yes, she does.
I'm equal. I do not just solely on one, and I dabble in some of the other national chains like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. But for the two main ones, Jewel and Dominic's, they both have discount cards. They're free to sign up. All you have to do is sign up. You don't have to give your social security. You give your email address, you give your name, and you'll have this card. By using these cards, which is a free, it's not like a warehouse membership, it is free. By using them, you will get discounts on your groceries. At the same time, they've upped it in the past 6 months, Laura. They now, by watching your shopping patterns in the grocery store,
Buying habits,
thank you, they will give you additional discounts. Now, with those additional discounts, and then with that occasional coupon, or with you get buy one, get one free, you have a coupon, you can come out of there paying 29 cents for a box of Cheerios. You can come out of there spending 42 cents on hair color. You can come out, really can. And what's great about these two stores is that they will tell you how much you save at the end. And I do have receipts with me to show everyone on radio. Visuals on radio. Is that I save in Dominic's, I save on a bad shopping 38%. On the average, I save 70%. And that's not that woman cutting $400 worth of coupons. That's just being smart. And part of it is through research.
Let me ask you something. How does one get to be budget smart like you? That's why we have you on today.
Yeah, it's just a lot like a diet. At the same time, I have a saying, I don't know any better, because this is the way my mother taught me. This is the way I'm teaching my boys. And my boys will tell you they know better than bring me a box of Cheerios, or excuse me, a box of cereal that's 5 1/4. They know not to bring me anything in the grocery store that doesn't have that little yellow tag marking that it's on sale. And it's partly genetics. I tell everyone, even if I won the lottery tomorrow, and I don't play the lottery, but if I did play the lottery, even if I won or somebody handed me $1 million tomorrow, I'd still shop this way, because that $1 million, I'm just gonna have that last longer. I'm gonna be able to work within that.
She's waiting for her next door neighbor to win the million.
It's a
Yes,
lifestyle
I'm waiting for my
change.
next door neighbor.
Yeah, it is a lifestyle
But, you
change.
know, and that's what's interesting, because when we discussed this, when I found out my neighbor was spending more than $3 on milk, I won't say who it was, it just lost me. It was just
Made her
like if
nuts.
I ate a donut in front of my neighbor or a cupcake in front of my neighbor. It is like a budget. It is a lifestyle change. But what I'm trying to say mostly is that you can do it without sitting on a Sunday afternoon spending hours cutting coupons that you may never use, or buy things that you don't need. It's just a matter of lifestyle change, of being smart.
She did find all this out because when I had my surgery on March 31st, she was in my house in and out and helping me with my ice and everything. And she knew, where'd you get this milk? And I go, whatever, down next to how much did you pay for it? You know, it's $1.99 at Walgreens or whatever.
Boy.
So we'll get to that, but it was very funny because she would come over and she'd go, what do you need? And I go, I need this and I need that. And she'd come back with like 2 cottage cheese because, my dogs eat cottage cheese every day. It was just funny because she was like, she would be coming over and she would be like, now the mother hen leaked over in the next store, and she was like supervising. So then she got me into